Hi, hello, welcome back to BBAI TV, and today we're going to talk about subject nouns, okay? So we are going to talk about subject nouns. So what is a subject noun? That's a really big question mark, right? Now, our page tells us that subject nouns are who or what the sentence is about, no? So that's the subject noun of a sentence, right? So it tells us who or what the sentence is about. Now, simply, I call subject nouns as the bida, action star ng sentence, no? It is the bida. Why is it the bida? Because the subject noun is the one who's doing the action. It is basically who we're talking about. Sinong pinag-uusapan sa sentence? Kinsay gistoryahan sa sentence, right? No? So, basically, ang subject noun is the one doing the action. So, why is it so hard for some of our students to identify the subject nouns? Well, one thing nakita ko that is really a common mistake to most of my students is that they mistake subject nouns to other nouns, all right? Because some sentences have a lot of different or other nouns, right? Hindi lang isang noun sa isang sentence. There could be many nouns. There could be 2, 3, or more, all right? Now, we just really need to explain and let our students understand more anong kaibahan ng subject noun, no? So, ito yun siya. It is who or what the sentence is about. Now, let's take, for example, these sentences, all right? Now, the first one is kind of easy to identify, right? Because children should obey is a really simple sentence because it only has one subject and then a verb. Okay? Now, in number 1, our subject noun is children, right? Because the children is the one that should obey. Siya yung nag-o-obey, siya yung dapat mag-obey, right? So, siya ang ating subject noun in this sentence. Now, in number 2, if you can see, there are 2 nouns there. But who is the sentence talking about? Are we talking about the desk or are we talking about the book that is on my desk, right? So the sentence is the book is on my desk. Now the subject noun here is of course what? The book, because we're talking about the book. Now another thing that we need to also understand about subject nouns is that usually it is in the beginning of the sentence. No, usually, meaning sometimes it is not located in the first part or in the beginning. All right, so I'll give you examples later, no? Now the third one is Jesus is my savior. So the subject noun there is of course who? Jesus. Jesus is my savior. Jesus is the subject noun. Okay? There is also another noun in this sentence, and we have savior, right? So if we can spot on other nouns, in number 2 there's desk, in number 3 there's also savior. But our subject noun is book and Jesus. Now let's see example 4. Did the children play outside? Diba? So it is an asking sentence. Now this is the exemption to the not really a rule, but it's like usually, like I said, usually most subject nouns are in the beginning, no? Bale, subject noun muna bago yung verb, right? But always remember this, students. In an asking sentence, the subject noun is either in between the helping verb and the main verb, or it is after the linking verb lang. Okay? Now let's say number 4. Did the children play outside? So who is the sentence talking about? Sino ang bida ng sentence na to? Who is the sentence talking about? We're talking about the children. Okay? Now sometimes later you get confused. Saan ba natin makikita ang verb. Saan ba yung verb dyan? Kasi the verb here is actually did, right? Did play. So later, I will explain that more when we go to the verbs na. But this time, let's focus muna sa ating subject. Okay? So now, in number 5, let's go to number 5. Our sentence is another asking sentence. Aren't this bag pretty? So, who are we talking about in this sentence? Diba we're talking about the what? The bag. So, bag is our subject noun. Okay? Like I said, there could be a lot of other nouns in the sentence. So, minsan, we kind of mistake other nouns, especially yung other nouns na yon are also names of person. Kasi mga bata natin, they sometimes register na pag name ng tao, parang yun na yung subject agad. Now, I'll give you an example of some sentences na medyo ma-confuse yung mga kids natin. Okay? The teacher loves each student. Sometimes, pag hindi masyadong maintindihan ng mga students natin, they mistake student as the subject noun. So, ang subject noun natin dyan is just the teacher. The student is another noun. And I'm gonna explain that in another video kung anong function ng noun itong student, okay? So, subject noun is the teacher. Also, another common mistake that most students, they kind of get mistakes. Nagkakamali sila in identifying subject nouns is because they sometimes underline the adjective. Minsan, nako-confuse tayo pag ang subject noun, ini-include natin ang beautiful. Okay, we have to understand na ang noun natin is only the girl. This is only the subject noun. Okay, this is the subject noun. Hindi included ang beautiful. Oh, this is the adjective. So, I'm gonna discuss more about adjectives later in the next video. Alright? So, please understand that the subject noun, the simple subject is just the girl. Hindi kasama si beautiful. Alright, kids? So, I hope you learned something today. You learned about subject nouns. And if you have more questions about this topic, please do comment down below. Okay? In this YouTube video so that I can possibly discuss it more in the next video. Okay? Thank you very much, students. You have a good day.